Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. And as you can see behind me, I have the updated CUPRA Leon 300 on test. Now, I drove the pre-facelift version a couple years ago, and even though it was a great driver's car, I couldn't actually recommend it because the infotainment system was just terrible. You couldn't live with it. But as you can see, the car's back. It's got some fresh looks and some updated software. So is this now a proper hot hatch purchase in 2025? Let's go find out. Before I get into the road test, I would like to go over some of the issues from the pre-facelift model and what Seat CUPRA has done to address them. So my major issue with the pre-facelift version of this car was the infotainment system. In fact, it made me not recommend the car to people. It was that bad, and it was terrible for three reasons. The first one is, first of all, when you started the car, it would take forever to boot up. And then sometimes it would just crash entirely, which is just no good. Now, I've been running this car for just over a week now, and I can confirm that I've had no issues whatsoever. So that problem seems to be fixed. My second issue concerned the touchpads for the heating controls. Now, they actually work pretty well. I still would prefer physical buttons, but they're not that bad. The main problem with them though was that they didn't illuminate at night time, which meant you couldn't see what you were prodding. So what you'd have to do while you're driving at night is go into the infotainment system in order to change the heating controls. And that, quite frankly, was ridiculous. Fortunately now these do illuminate at night time and they're much easier to use. But yeah, just what a ridiculous thing that was. But thankfully that's been remedied now. And thirdly, if you wanted to change the driving modes in the car, again, you had to do that in the infotainment system. There were no physical buttons for you to be able to do that. And changing your driving modes is one of those things that you just want to do on the fly. So say you're driving through town 30 miles an hour, you come to a country road and you want to go into, say, sport or CUPRA mode or something like that. You just want to be able to tap a button on the wheel or down here in the center console and be able to change your driving mode. But no, they forced you to go into the infotainment system and faff around with a load of menus before you could do that. Fortunately, now we do have a button on the steering wheel which allows you to do just that. So great job Seat, CUPRA, VW, whoever we want to thank for that. You have just made this car now far more recommendable than it was before. Mercifully, the updated CUPRA Leon is much easier to live with than before, and I'm very grateful for it, because what I really want to spend my time talking about is how good a hot hatch it is. Now, CUPRA makes a few different Leon iterations, including an entry-level model, a plug-in hybrid, and even a four-wheel drive estate car. But the one you really want to know about is this, the hot hatch, the CUPRA Leon 300. And like every great hot hatchback, this thing comes with a bucket load of performance. So we got a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, turbocharged, 300 horsepower, 296 brake, 295 foot-pounds of torque through the front wheels, and 0 to 62 miles an hour in 5.7 seconds at a top speed of 155 miles an hour. This thing is absolutely rapid. But of course, the real reason you buy a hot hatchback is because you want to have fun, right? And let me tell you, this thing is serious amounts of fun. So all of that performance I just mentioned goes through the front wheels via a limited slip differential. And let me tell you, this thing handles like a complete honey. You can send it into a corner, trail it in on the brakes, and just when the front end starts to push wide, you can just get on the power and use the front wheels and the diff to pull you round. It really is super adjustable on the throttle, which is what you expect from your front wheel drive hot hatchback. And it does it with very minimal body roll. There is a little bit of movement in the chassis, but not too much. And the thing that I really like is this steering. Now, it's really well weighted. And because you've got such a great front end on the car, you really always have a great sense of where the front wheels are. You can place the car on the road really where you want to. From a driving perspective, I would say my only gripes with this car are these two things. First of all, there's quite a lot of wheel spin. And yeah, when you really get the hammer down, you can feel the steering wheel sort of writhing around in your hands a little bit. The other thing as well, and we can't hear it at the moment, but it's the augmented sound coming through the speakers. When you put it into its CUPRA driving mode, it pumps a load of fake noise in, and I still maintain fake noise is better than no noise. But yeah, this sounds particularly contrived, I must say. So yeah. But apart from that, overall, the driving experience is cracking. Brakes are also fantastic. So CUPRA used to use Brembos, but now they've got Akebono brakes, and I must say the pedal modulation is really very good. You can really pick your braking point in this thing. What else is there from a dynamics point of view? Just all round, it's a really great package, super fun. And yeah, like I said, exactly what you want from a front wheel drive hot hatch. Is it as focused as a Honda Civic Type R? No, nothing is. But I would certainly say it's more adjustable and more playful than your big four-wheel drive hot hatches. Right, I'm in a town at the moment. Traffic is moving quite slowly, so now would be a good time actually to talk about this cabin. And I must say, I really like it. There's loads of character in here, lots of really sort of angular shapes, lovely bits of trim, contrast stitching. It's really well put together. It's a proper cabin, this. I would say I prefer it over the cabins that you find in Volkswagens. I know they're more premium, better quality materials, but this just has so much going on visually. It really is a nice place to spend time. We've got Sennheiser hi-fi, a big panoramic sunroof up top. I really love this big display. This could do with some more buttons, admittedly, but this is a VW Group product. What do you expect? But yeah, overall, it's just a really great cabin. I love these bucket seats. They're really supportive, loads of adjustment. You can get nice and low in the car, really set your driving position to your preference. Yeah, this is a lovely place to spend time. I'm not gonna lie to you, I really like it in here. Okay, let's sum up this CUPRA Leon 300. First of all, it's 42,000 quid. I feel like I'm saying this a lot at the moment, but yeah, that is a lot of money. But of course, you never pay that. You just put a deposit down, you pay for it on the monthly, and then chop it in once the balloon payment's due. So yeah, forget the headline price for the moment, even if it does sound quite outrageous. What's of greater relevance, from my point of view, is that a few weeks ago, I tested the new BMW M135, which on paper is quite similar to this, but the big difference is it's four-wheel drive. And I had issues with that car. By the way, if you want to go watch that video, I'll leave a link, go check that out. But yeah, I had issues with that car. And I would say that if I was in the market and I had sort of 42, 43 grand to spend on a hot hatch, I would buy this over the BMW every single day of the week. This is just a better driver's car. So yeah, look, cracking thing. I really like it. Is it the best hot hatch that CUPRA stroke Seat have made? No, that honour still belongs to the Seat Leon CUPRA 280 with a sub 8 pack. That thing was magical. But overall, this is a cracking car, and you should definitely go out and consider it.